Welcome to the Mate Ready podcast. I am your host, Daniel Tindall, and this episode I'm doing on fasting and the 3 reasons that I fast that aren't to do with the potential health benefits. Fasting. So fasting is something I've been practicing for quite a few years, on and off, and there's various ways to fast. You've got like intermittent fasting, you can do water fasts, you can fast from... It doesn't have to be around food. You can fast from anything that isn't serving you. So it might be alcohol, cigarettes, social media, sugar, pornography, anything you need to cut out, you can fast from. And I really like this description of fasting. It's the intentional self-emptying, right? It's clearing back, it's stripping back all the unnecessary. Often we fast from things that we end up relying on as an emotional regulator or a distraction. I'm in a period right now. I've started the year off following a fast on the Hallow app. It's the Daniel fast. It's 21 days, and we're studying the book of Daniel and doing the Daniel fast, which is ultimately it's a vegan diet. I'm finding it good and challenging because I've forgotten how much extra thought and attention is needed to go into your diet if you're eating plant-based, if you want to eat healthy plant-based, that is, without all the processed fake meats and tofu and all of that stuff. I just want basically beans, grains, nuts and seeds, and obviously plenty of fruit and vegetables. So yeah, I'm a week into that. I've also thrown in a 24-hour just water fast, and finding it, a really good way to set up the year. But why am I doing it? So the 3 reasons that I like to fast, as well as obviously aside from the health benefits, are: number 1 is mindset. It's a really good tool to work on and develop your mindset. It's a hard thing to do, right? Fasting from stuff that we enjoy doing is challenging. How do we develop our mindset? We do challenging things. So it's a great tool for developing your mindset. A lot of people will be like, oh, I get hangry if I don't eat and everything like that. Yeah, of course absolutely. If you're not used to being hungry, it's going to affect your mood. That is the point. The point is to develop your mindset, develop your self-regulation and your emotional awareness, and understand that we don't have to be driven by our tummies. We don't have to be driven by our hunger signals and making cranky. It's like stopping, going, I'm hungry. That's impacting my mood. Cool. Can I take a breath? Can I self-regulate here to move on? So mindsets and fasting's a really great tool to use for developing your mindset. And whether that be, as mentioned, whether you're just doing a water-only fast, so you're not eating any food, or consuming any calories, or you're fasting from something you enjoy doing. This is going to help develop your mindset, develop your resilience, and ultimately it develops your ability to go without, which ultimately makes you a man who is more in control, who is less prone to being coerced and manipulated because things can be taken away from you. If you're quite used to going without, then it's just another day. So mindset is a great one to focus on. Number 2 is gratitude. We live, and imagine if you're living in listening to this podcast, you live in a culture, in a society, in an environment where you've got an abundance. And of course, there's a relative terms of abundance, and we may always look at other people and be like, oh, I wish I had all that money or that, whatever it is. When we fast, we remember we can be grateful for the things that we do have. The very fact that we're able to choose to go without rather than going out because we're in poverty, we're in a war-torn country. We can focus on the gratitude that actually I am choosing here to go without meat, animal products, food, coffee, alcohol, whatever it is. That's a choice, So I really find gratitude as a really good thing to focus on when fasting. The times I found challenging over the last week of just giving up animal products is going to gratitude. Well, thank God that I have the means and the provision to eat an abundant plate full of grains and vegetables and nuts, seeds and nuts. I've got all this stuff available to me. What a gift that is. So gratitude is a massive thing that fasting helps with. And lastly, prayer. All the great spiritual traditions advocate for fasting. It's not just one, it's like across the board. It says we have to control the flesh. I was listening to a podcast the other day, and I really love this, is fasting is not saying things of this world are bad, but fasting is saying that there is something better. I choose to let go of which are good in exchange for the better which I am made. One of my beliefs that I've developed over the years, going through my own personal development journey and my journey of faith through the different traditions, is that there is a God-shaped hole in our life, and we try and fill it with all of these things, all of these material things, whether that it could be relationships, it could be food, it could be alcohol, cigarettes, movies, pornography, all of these different things that are trying to satisfy the flesh. And yet, despite the flesh being satisfied, it's still not satisfied. It's never satisfied. We always want more, across the board. More money, more this, more that. I believe that's because we're longing for something more, which is where prayer comes in, and developing that relationship with God, with the higher power, with your belief system. But for me, it's with Jesus Christ, it's with God. And prayer offers me that opportunity to really focus on that relationship. And every time I get hungry, I can go, great, I can pray, I can be grateful. And now it's time to pray, is a signal. Jesus went into the wilderness for 40 days and 40 nights to fast and to face his challenges and to be tested. And if that's the Son of God doing that, then maybe it would also benefit us too. And as I say, all the great spiritual traditions fast. And admittedly, in my own, in the churches I go to, I think fasting's probably been lost a bit. It's been like that's an optional thing. But it says very clearly in the Bible, several places, when you fast, it's a requirement. It's a requirement. And we should be doing this. St. Augustine says, fasting cleanses the soul, raises the mind, subjects one's flesh to the spirit, renders the heart contrite and humble, scatters the clouds of desire, quenches the fire of lust, and kindles the true light of chastity. How powerful is that? And it's a powerful, powerful tool for prayer, for gratitude, and for your mindset, as well as looking into the health benefits. There are a lot of health benefits of fasting, but that's not the only reason. And that's what I wanted to get across in this episode is, look, fasting is a powerful tool that a lot of people underutilize, or they just utilize for the health benefits because they're wanting to strip body fat, because someone online said, hey, intermittent fasting is good, or you should do a 5-day water fast, whatever it is, because you want to get your body into autophagy, clean out the dead cells and all of that. Cool. That, and all the great spiritual traditions advocate for this. And this is me advocating it, sharing my experience. I've done the long fasts, and I'm looking forward to doing them again in time. But right now, my focus is on prayer and gratitude, and developing that relationship with God, but also resetting my relationship with food. After maybe indulging a little bit over Christmas, it's reminding that actually my body should be a temple. It should be. And we all need to look after our health, because if we all want to be men, to lead by example, but if we want to be fit and healthy and have longevity, of course we do want that. If we want to be less likely to be controlled and manipulated, fasting's great for that. As I say, it's not all about food. If you can fast from the things that you love and detach your attachment to them, you're going to be less likely to be controlled. You're going to be less likely to be manipulated, and in the coming months, years ahead, you're going to need it, man. Be prepared. We need this. this is a tool for our character, for our spirit, our mind, body, and spirit. So I hope this has been enjoyable, informative. This is why I fast. I will continue to have a fasting practice going forward over the years. It's a powerful tool. Obviously, do it sensibly. Consult your doctor if you need to. And that's from the food aspect. You can fast from all the other aspects as well. So hopefully that was informative, guys. Please consider fasting from the things that you love, because it'll make you stronger. If you enjoyed that episode, if that was useful, please share it. Please subscribe. Please like it. Send it to a friend. That'd be massive. If you can just send it to one friend, we want these episodes to help men. So that's my request. Please send it to someone who you think it will help. And until next time, guys, just keep showing up one day at a time. Let's go.